Hey Sagittarius, good morning. I hope this day finds you well. I do feel like we're processing energies, you know, leading up to the eclipse because, the eclipse is about bringing change, like over and bringing balance to our lives. And it isn't just like on the day of the eclipse, everything changes. That's not the way it works. This is changes that are going to lead you towards the next 6 months of your life, which I think is why a lot of people are thinking about things they're moving on from and all of that. So, and it's also why past things are coming up, to kind of remind you what you're moving on from, or balancing out. Either way that plays out for you, Sag. Strangely enough, we're not seeing today reconciliation. Yay. But what we are seeing is you, Sag. Okay, so this reading is really, really feels like all of the things, about you right now. And so we're seeing commitment and planning and action and increase. I feel like everyone's just thinking about what they're committed to for the future, making plans for the future, where you're going, how to make things better, and this is leading towards a better cycle. So definitely, think about right now making a plan for your future. What does it look like, right? Surprising events, such profession, coach, and alliance. I feel like you may be attracting someone who is really going to help you in career. Now, I know that like some people, you have a job, you love your job, but someone here is giving you advice about your career, and this person is actually a very positive influence for you. Okay? you know, this may be about a talent, it may be about something you want to pursue, but this coach is showing up for you. And, if this happens, right, if someone comes in and gives you advice specifically on something that you're good at, know that they're going to be a good person in your life. They're actually going to be, someone you can trust. This is an alliance. So, yay. In terms of your energy, Sag, I'm seeing a lot of energy about taking care of yourself, right? Doing what's good for you. And underneath the deck was the Hierophant. And it's so funny because I just said I wasn't going to take reversals anymore. And then here they are. So understand that I read reversals intuitively. So, and what I'm really feeling here is that, yes, I mean, there is a sense of being committed, right? But also with the Seven of Swords being reversed, I feel like you're starting to really learn this lesson on what it means to give your power away, because I feel like that's, look, we can blame other people for the things that they do, but at the end of the day, what is it we're allowing? And so you're learning a big lesson right now about allowing people to take your power. And, that's not a good thing. But it is some of the things that are happening. I mean, I personally, this morning, I was just thinking about how, we all think we know what we want, we know what our boundaries are, but like we're always changing. So it's actually a good idea to keep up with these things, like redo your boundaries, redo your non-negotiables, take a look at ways in which maybe you have given your power away, and what you can do, because this is like all of this energy is showing us where we are too much in the people pleasing area. And I mean, I don't I hate to say it, but Sagittarius is very guilty of that. It's not that we want to make people feel better, but we are very much a sign that always wants to help other people. And we do it a lot. And then what can happen is then we'll start to feel like we have no air, and so there's got to be a space in the middle, right, Sag? Because I do feel like you are thinking about things. You may even be feeling emotions, but with the Queen of Cups, like, the Queen of Cups is about taking care of yourself. It really is about self-care and feeding your own emotional space, right? And you are very much thinking about the future. I feel like with the Six of Cups, there could have been energies that came back, right? There could be, but the Six of Cups is also a gift. And with the Three of Wands, I feel like you're starting to think about who stays in your life and who doesn't. Okay? And I feel like that's what all of these things are showing you, to be honest. The Six of Cups is actually a really good card. Everyone sees it as past people coming back. But, I feel like this is kind of, you deciding what you're moving on from and what you're keeping. Because with the Six of Cups, we're reminded of things that we love, and so, I feel like that with the Three of Wands, you're kind of thinking about what that is. I don't feel like it's just about people. What parts of yourself are you taking with you and what ones are you leaving behind? Because you're trying right now to figure out what your future looks like. With the Three of Wands, we're not actually, and we always control the Three of Wands. We control where we go. And so, the Three of Wands, there's always a delay, right? But it's about shaping it. It's about our choices. It's about having a choice between, where we go. And I feel like that's happening. I feel like that's happening. And of course that's really deep, but, yeah. And, because I will tell you that with the Devil, the Ten of Swords, and the Three of Cups reversed, oh boy. I feel like you're doing a lot of thinking about the things that you're attached to, about the people you're attached to, right? Because that's the Devil. The Devil's also our bad habits, and I feel like you're really thinking about, what doesn't support you. This is like you asking the question, what am I attached to that actually isn't showing up for me and is just causing me pain? Like, what do I need to end here? Because with the Ten of Swords, everyone likes to think it's about being stabbed in the back, but it's not. It's about all of that being over. It's about the perception of it. And it's about feeling it. With the Ten of Swords, there's actually nothing else that's, everything that's bad that's supposed to happen has happened. The tens are completions. The tens are healing. The tens are moving on from whatever that was. And I feel like that's where you're at right now, asking yourself, are you just holding on to things that are hurting you? And like almost like choosing to have the swords there. You know what I'm saying? That kind of energy. You're doing a lot of thinking about that. And it's very natural, considering what the energy that we are in right now. Okay, so this may really be you spending time by yourself thinking about this, with the Seven of Wands and the Four of Swords, like I said, people are thinking about boundaries. This is about fighting for yourself, and this is actually in your blessing. This is about, pulling your energy back. With the Four of Swords, we're really thinking about things. And what's always prevalent for me about the Four of Swords is, comes right after the Three of Swords. Okay, so it's about recovering from the Three of Swords and figuring out that fourth sword. Like, what is it that I need to do? And of course, swords are communication, but this is the inner communication that's going on, and fours are taking kind of center stage for you. And the fours also have to do with our path, definitely. So with the Seven of Wands, you're thinking about now, what boundaries serve me? What is it I need to protect for me? Because boundaries are always for you. They're not for the other people. They're for you, So, yeah. So your challenge is letting go of things that you've held on to for a while, especially in regards to things that haven't worked out. Because with the Four of Pentacles reversed, these are losses, right? And so you may need to, you may be spending time to kind of get a different perspective over that. And so I say this all the time, and I should really make a video about it. But in terms of things that happen to us, and this really, like, we could carry these things for a long time. Or we can rewrite the narrative. And I'm sure you've heard it a million times. What did it teach you? And that is really important. Like, we're never just, it's never just about people out to get us or people hurting us for the sake of hurting us. There's always a lesson in it. And so I feel like you are reframing things here and gaining a different perspective over things that you've lost, but it's really hard space to get there. And it's really hard to let go. Yes, I know. Yes, I know. So what was under the deck was interesting. Was kindred partnership, honoring path, okay. Behind a mask. I feel like there may be someone coming in, and we saw this last night too, that actually sees your value, but they're not really making themselves known. They're not. And I feel like too, this may be you as well, Sagittarius, because we're seeing deception, discovery, and the loving man. It's really, maybe it's even hard for you right now to tell who's real and who's not real. I mean, with deception and discovery and loving man, it could be that you're realizing that someone that, or people in general that you thought were for you, were loving to you, just weren't what you thought they were. And maybe you didn't even see them right. And that can cause us to question our judgment, And so I feel like it almost feels like a starting over energy in terms of boundaries, and really from the space of what is good for you. I know that wasn't like really predictive, but I really feel like this is what's going on for you, Sagittarius, right? I feel like that's what's going on, and it's a really good energy. It's a healing energy, a self energy. So let's see what you need to focus on today, Sagittarius. What does Sagittarius need to focus on today? But there is a strong energy of like moving forward in a better way. I really like this about things increasing in your life. And of course, that always comes with self-healing, Sag. It always does. So what does Sagittarius need to focus on today, Spirit? Sagittarius. What does Sagittarius need to focus on today? Accept your follies and find the teaching in them. Did I not just say this? Okay. Wow, okay. So, look, like, in terms of, maybe people weren't what you thought they were. Maybe you start to question, what you did, right? Or how could you be so wrong? That kind of, energy. But, in terms of things that went wrong or even your part in things, right? Because we always have a part in our own demise, so to speak. It's like, even if we thought we did everything right, sometimes it's just what we allow. And it's like we always have to forgive ourselves for that. And, I feel like you're finding the lesson in everything. And what this is helping you to do is to pick better. You're improving your picker in all things, discernment, right? And seeing, you know, look beyond immediate appearances. It's kind of like things aren't exactly the way they seem. And I feel like that's the hangman energy, getting to the root of things, right? Getting to the root of things. You definitely are getting a different perspective over things that happen. You definitely are forgiving yourself in a way, even with, like, maybe even overgiving. You're not going to do that anymore, and you're going to be, what this is allowing for you to be more discerning in the future. Get more information before you jump into things, in all things. And this is really reaffirming your determination for the future. You know where you are going and you will get there. It could just be too, like, figuring out the details of where it is you want to be, the kinds of people you want to be with, and forgiving yourself. Because sometimes when people do us wrong, we tend to blame ourselves so much. And so there could be this kind of energy for you. And it is really deep, revealing, self-aware. And I love this. Okay. Okay, Sag. So let's see what would help you today. Get you a mindful message, my friends. What would help Sagittarius today? And I will be going live tomorrow afternoon, which is Friday the 13th. But I want to see, what good luck is coming to Sagittarius. Because the 13th is actually a lucky day, Sag. Of course, that is the day before the eclipse. But, we'll just take a look. And I might even do energy check-ins for people, which is one card. So, something I used to do on TikTok. Just a little bonus instead of the free giveaway. So if you come to the live, I will give you a free card, y'all. Okay, so keep that in mind. All right. So what's your card for Sagittarius today? Help, my friends. Apparently you need a lot of help, Sag. Up and out. To heal the parts of me that feel hurt, I must feel every emotion. It has to come up to come out. I don't try to push my feelings away. I sit with them and feel them as I release them. Balance. I surround myself with people I love and enjoy my time with them, but I also take time to nurture my relationship with myself. I feel like you're finding balance definitely in the giving, and this is really going to show you who's supposed to be in your life. Because it's not going to be all about you giving to other people. It's going to be, well, who's also showing up with me, for me, right? And also taking the time to show up for yourself. I love working together with others and how it makes once impossible dreams possible. So this is all about unity. But I feel like it's about unity in a different way, Sag, after you deal with some feelings that you need to deal with, okay? All right. Okay, Sagittarius, that's your day. I hope this helps. Toodles.